students, today we will discuss problems of continuity. For example, discuss the continuity of the function defined by f of x equal to x plus 5 if x less than or equal to 1 and its value is x minus 5 if x greater than 1. So question is, discuss the continuity of the function. Now at which point it is not specified, but function junction point of this function is, you can observe it is defined for x less than or equal to 1, x less than or equal to 1 and for x greater than 1. So we will check continuity at x equal to 1. Solution: here f of 1, so it is defined in this part, so we take x equal to 1 plus 5, that is 6. Now this we can use for right hand side limit, so let us evaluate right hand side limit x tends to 1 plus f of x limit x tends to 1 plus f of x minus 5, we give the reason x tends to 5 plus implies x greater than 5, right hand side limit, so this implies value of the function equal to x minus 5. Now we put x equal to 1 to evaluate this limit. This is minus 4 not equal to f of 1, thus limit x tends to 1 plus f of x not equal to f of 1, therefore f is not continuous at x equal to 1. So to solve the problems of continuity, first you note that sometime instruction will be given, evaluate or examine the continuity at some specific point x equal to c. In that case you have to observe definition. If it is defined for x equal to c, value of the function will be given, x not equal to c, value of the function will be given, then we will check this condition x tends to c, f of x equal to f of c. But if function is defined in three parts, x less than c, x equal to c and x greater than c, if it is defined in these three parts, some definition will be given, then we will check this condition. For x less than c, we have to evaluate left hand side limit must exist, right hand side limit must exist, and function must define at x equal to c, and if all three are equal, then we can claim that function is continuous at x equal to c. So you note the difference between these two methods. So which method one has to use depends on the definition of the function, how it defines. Let us take another example. Prove that f of x equal to 5x minus 3 is continuous at x equal to 0, at x equal to minus 3 and at x equal to 5. So here we have three problems. Function is defined. We have to check continuity of this function at x equal to 0. This is problem 1. At x equal to minus 3 and third at x equal to 5. So first let us check the continuity at x equal to 0. Solution: or we can say that at x equal to 0, at x equal to 0, f of x is polynomial function defined as 5x minus 3. So f of 0, take x equal to 0, 5 into 0 minus 3, so value is minus 3, say result number 1. Now limit, we have to check continuity at x equal to 0, so limit x tends to 0, f of x, this is limit x tends to 0, so x not equal to 0. From value of the function 5x minus 3, to evaluate this limit put x equal to 0, 5 into 0 minus 3, this is minus 3, which is nothing but f of 0, so this is f of 0. So thus we have proved that limit x tends to 0, f of x equal to f of 0, and therefore f is continuous at x equal to 0. Similarly, let us check continuity at x equal to minus 3. F of x equal to at x equal to minus 3. F of x, value of the function is 5x minus 3. Therefore, f of minus 3, put x equal to minus 3 in the definition. So this is minus 18, say result number 1. Now limit x tends to minus 3, f of x equal to limit x tends to minus 3, value of the function 5x minus 3. We know how to evaluate this limit, put x equal to minus 3, 5 into minus 3, simplification is minus 18 by result 1. This is nothing but f of minus 3. So we have proved that thus limit x tends to minus 3, f of x equal to f of minus 3, and therefore f is continuous at x equal to minus 3. Similarly, you can check the continuity at x equal to 5. So let us take next example. Check continuity at x equal to 5 by same method. Next one. Example, examine the continuity of the function f of x equal to 2x square minus 1 at x equal to 3. So we have given instruction that we have to check the continuity at x equal to 3. Function is defined. So function is already given, and at which point we have to check the continuity, it is given. Function is polynomial function. Solution. So as usual, first we evaluate value of the function at x equal to 3. Here f of x equal to 2x square minus 1. Therefore f of 3, put x equal to 3. So 2 into 3 square minus 1. 3 square 9 into 2, 18 minus 1, that is 17. Say result number 1. So this is value of f of 3. Now we have to check the continuity. We have to check limit continuity at x equal to 3. We have to check limit x tends to 3. F of x must be equal to f of 3. Here we have obtained f of 3. So now let us obtain this limit. So limit x tends to 3, f of x equal to limit x tends to 3, value of the function 2x square minus 1. Now we know how to evaluate this limit. Put x equal to 3 since x tends to 3. So 2 into 3 square minus 1. Simplification as usual. This will be 17, and this is nothing but by result 1. It is f of 3. So thus we have proved limit x tends to 3, f of x equal to f of 3, and therefore f is continuous at x equal to 3. So we have checked the continuity of the function at x equal to. Next example. Example, examine the following functions for continuity. for continuity. There are total 3 sums. Sum A, f of x equal to x minus 5. Sum B, f of x equal to 1 upon x minus 5, x not equal to 5, and C, f of x equal to x square minus 25 upon x plus 5, x not equal to minus 5, x not equal to minus 5. And last one, f of x equal to mod x minus 5, mod x minus 5. So first you note that, check the sum. Total we have 4 sum. In first one it is defined f of x equal to x minus 5. Second one, f of x equal to 1 upon x minus 5. Here in general we will check continuity at x equal to 5. Here we will check continuity for the function f of x equal to, for 1 upon x minus 5 we will take arbitrary point c belongs to R, and for c not equal to 5 we will check the continuity. Again you note the difference. Here in general we will check continuity, we take c belongs to R and we will check continuity at arbitrary point c. If it is continuous at c, then since c belongs to R is arbitrary, so we can claim that function will be continuous on R. Here it is defined for second one, it is defined for c not equal to 5. So we will check the continuity by taking arbitrary c belongs to R and c not equal to 5. And if it is continuous at this c, then we will claim that it is continuous for all x belongs to R minus 5. You note that we can't take x equal to 5, in that case denominator will be 0. Here in third one, this can be factorized, x minus 5, x plus 5 numerator is. So on simplifying, remaining will be x minus 5. So that can be checked easily. Continuity one can check easily by taking arbitrary point c belongs to R and c not equal to minus 5. Fourth one, so first we have discussed general thing, at which point we have to continue. In first example we will take arbitrary c belongs to R and we will check continuity at c. Here we take arbitrary c belongs to R, but here c not equal to 5. Here on simplifying, again we take c belongs to R with c not equal to minus 5, so that denominator cannot be 0. And here it is junction point D. We will discuss when we solve this problem. So first we solve example A. So solution, A, f of x equal to x minus 5. So we check the continuity of this function. So let us take arbitrary, as we have discussed. Let us take arbitrary C belongs to R. Let C belongs to R be an arbitrary point. So C, it is any arbitrary real number. F of C, so from the definition it is C minus phi, say result number 1. Now to check the continuity at C, as we know, we have to check limit x tends to C, f of x equal to f of C. If we are able to prove this one, then function will be continuous at x equal to C, and since C belongs to R is arbitrary, so ultimately function will be continuous on set of real number R. So limit x tends to C, f of x equal to limit x tends to C, value of the function x minus 5. Now we know how to evaluate this limit. Take x equal to C, C minus 5 by 1, this is nothing but f of C. Thus limit x tends to C, f of x equal to f of C, where C belongs to R is arbitrary, therefore f is continuous on R, is continuous on R. B, now we take example. Similarly, you can solve B and C. Now let us solve example D. Again, sum is f of x equal to mod x minus 5. So question is only we have to examine this function for the continuity at where it is not given. So we know the definition of modulus function. We know f of x equal to, you recall the definition of modulus function, f of x equal to mod x if x greater than or equal to 0 and its value is minus x if x less than 0. This is the definition of the function, modulus function. So using this, here f of x equal to x minus 5 if x greater than or equal to 5 and its value is minus x minus 5. See, this part we have used if x less than 5, and this is nothing but 5 minus x. So to solve this problem, junction point is, as we have discussed, x equal to 5. So how to solve this problem? First we will check continuity at x equal to 5. At x equal to 5 we will check the continuity. Then we take arbitrary C belongs to R with C not equal to 5, because if it is 5 then we have already checked the continuity, and we will consider two cases, C greater than 5, C less than 5, because for C equal to 5 first we will check the continuity. So suppose there is an example of the form f of x equal to, another example, say before solving this you check this one. You have to check continuity for x equal to 4. So for this purpose you have to check limit x tends to 4 minus f of x, limit x tends to 4 plus f of x and f of 4. If all three will be equal, then function will be continuous at x equal to 4. Then you have to take c belongs to R. With c not equal to 4, you have to consider two cases, c greater than 4 and c less than 4. You have to check the continuity for two different cases. If it is continuous at x equal to 4 for c greater than 4, c less than 4, then we can claim that it is continuous at c belongs to R, and ultimately function will be continuous on R. Continuous on R. So according to definition, you have to decide at which point you have to check the continuity. So let us take our original example, f of x equal to mod x minus 5. So as we have discussed, we will check continuity for x equal to 5. Then we will consider c belongs to R. With c not equal to 5, we will take two cases, c greater than 5 and c less than 5. So first, here f of x equal to mod x minus 5. So f of 5, take x equal to 5 from the definition, mod 5 minus 5 equal to 0, say 1. Now limit x tends to 5 plus, that is right hand side limit, f of x equal to limit x tends to 5 plus value of the f of x. We have checked the definition of f of x equal to mod x minus 5. Here we give reason, it is right hand side limit x tends to 5 plus. So on a real number this is 5, from right hand side x tends to 5, so x is greater than 5, x is greater than 5. So this implies value of the function f of x equal to x minus 5. So this is limit x tends to 5 plus, put x equal to 5, 5 minus 5, this is 0, say result number 2. So we have obtained f of 5, we have obtained right hand side limit. Now we will obtain left hand side limit. So limit x tends to 5 minus f of x, this is limit x tends to 5 minus left hand side limit, value is 5 minus x. We know on a real line this is 5, x tends to 5 from left side, so x will be less than 5. So f of x equal to mod x minus 5, it will be minus 5 minus x minus x minus 5, that is 5 minus x, put x equal to 5, 5 minus 5, this is 0. So from 1, 2 and 3, f of 5 equal to limit x tends to 5 plus f of x equal to limit x tends to 5 minus f of x. All three are equal, Therefore, f is continuous at x equal to 5. Now, let C belongs to R, any arbitrary point with C not equal to 5. Actually, we know the modulus function is continuous on its domain. So here f of x equal to mod x minus phi is continuous on R. We already know this thing, but to prove this thing, first we will check continuity at x equal to phi. Now take arbitrary C belongs to R with C not equal to phi. Suppose C greater than phi, C less than phi. C greater than phi, f of x, value of the function x minus phi, reason is x equal to C greater than phi. So limit x tends to C, f of x, this is nothing but limit x tends to C. You note that no need to consider right hand side limit. We have already discussed these things. Only our C, real number pure C, is greater than phi. So we are taking f of x equal to mod x minus phi equal to x minus phi. Limit x tends to C, f of x, x minus phi, put x equal to C, C minus phi, and if this is f of x, then this is nothing but f of C. Therefore, f is continuous at x equal to C, where C greater than phi. Now let us check continuity for C less than phi. Then f of x equal to, as we have discussed, value of the function phi minus x, reason is x equal to C less than phi. So f of C phi minus C, limit x tends to C, f of x, this is limit x tends to C, value of the function phi minus x. Now to evaluate this limit, put x equal to C, this is phi minus C, and this is nothing but f of C, f of C. Therefore, conclusion is f is continuous at x equal to C, where C less than phi. So for x equal to phi also we have proved, and for arbitrary C, C greater than phi it is continuous, C less than phi is continuous, and therefore f of x equal to mod x minus phi is continuous on set of real number R. Next example. Example, prove that f of x equal to x raised to n is continuous at x equal to n, where n is positive integer. So problem is, we have to prove f of x equal to x raised to n is continuous at x equal to n, where n is positive integer. So let us solve this problem. Solution: function is given f of x equal to x raised to n, therefore f of n, put x equal to n, n raised to n, say result number 1. Now to check continuity at x equal to n, we have to evaluate limit x tends to n f of x. So this is limit x tends to n f of x, x raised to n. Now we know how to evaluate this limit, put x equal to n. So this is n raised to n, and by 1 it is nothing but f of n, f of n. Okay, thus limit x tends to n f of x equal to f of n, therefore f is continuous at x equal to n. Next example: is the function f defined by f of x equal to x for x less than or equal to 1, and its value is 5 if x greater than 1. Is the function f defined by, this one is, question is, continuous at x equal to 0, continuous at x equal to 0, first question. Is it continuous at x equal to 1? Second question. And third question, is it continuous at x equal to 2? This is third question. So let us check the continuity of the function at various points. First at x equal to 0, first at x equal to 0, next at x equal to 1, and finally we check continuity at x equal to 2. So see the definition. If first we check continuity at x equal to 0. If x equal to 0, so 0 is less than or equal to 1, so we have to use this part of the definition. So f of x equal to x, reason is x equal to 0, which is less than 1. So f of 0, take x equal to 0, 0, limit x tends to 0, f of x, so limit x tends to 0, value of the function x, we have used this part of the definition because x is 0 which is less than 1, put x equal to 0, 0 by 1, this is nothing but f of 0. So we have proved limit x tends to 0, f of x equal to f of 0, and therefore f is continuous at x equal to 0, at x equal to 0. Similarly, you can check the continuity at x equal to 1 and at x equal to 2. If x equal to 2, 2 is greater than 1, in that case you have to use this part of the definition, you have to take care. So in this example, we have checked the continuity at x equal to 0. Similarly, you can check the continuity of the given function at x equal to 1 and at x equal to 2. So we take next example. Example, find all points of discontinuity of f where f is defined by f of x equal to f of x equal to 2x plus 3 if x less than or equal to 2 and value of the function is 2x minus 3 if x greater than 2. Again, example is find all points of discontinuity of f where f is defined by. So to find all points of discontinuity, here we know the junction point is 2. So we will check the continuity at x equal to 2. If it is continuous for x equal to 2, then for x greater than 2, function is polynomial function. For x less than 2, again function will be polynomial function. So it will be continuous function. So only we have to check at the junction point. If it is discontinued, for example, limit x tends to 2 minus f of x not equal to limit x tends to 2 plus f of x not equal to f of 2, then we can say that function is not continuous at x equal to 2. If any 2 out of these 3 not equal, in that case function will be discontinuous at x equal to 2. So solution, here f of 2, so we have to use this part of the definition. Take x equal to 2 into take x equal to 2 plus 3, so 4 plus 3, that is 7. Say result number 1. Now to use this part of the definition, clearly we have to evaluate right hand side limit. Naturally x tends to 2 plus right hand side limit on a real line. Here x equal to 2 from right side, so x will be greater than 2. This is real line 2 from right hand side we have to evaluate. So limit x tends to 2 plus f of x, this is limit x tends to 2 plus value of the function 2x minus 3. We have to give reason. X tends to 2 plus right hand side limit, so x is greater than 2. X is greater than 2, so value of the function is f of x equal to 2x minus 3. You observe the definition of the function which is defined for x greater than 2. F of x is 2x minus 3. Now put x equal to 2, so 2 into 2 minus 3, this is 4 minus 3, 1. This is not equal to f of 2. Thus limit x tends to 2 plus right hand side limit not equal to f of 2. Limit x tends to 2 plus f of x not equal to f of 2. Now not this thing. For x less than 2 and x greater than 2, f is the polynomial function. F is the polynomial function which is continuous. Thus f is only discontinuous at x equal to 2. So you can say that f is only discontinuous at x equal to 2, or question is find all points of discontinuity, then x equal to 2 is the point of discontinuity. Or we can say that in alternate method we can say that f of x is continuous for all x belongs to r minus 2, because at 2 it is discontinuous. So we can say that function is continuous for all x belongs to r minus 2, or point of discontinuity for this function is x equal to 2.